Oh, hello.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, I can't seem to get that microphone right, Carson. Look, it's either covering my face, or it's covering my nose, or it's doing something crazy.
It's doing something crazy. How are
Is
you all
that-
doing?
I'm doing great, Carson. How are you?
I'm doing perfectly. And everybody, welcome to Roll of Advice. This is a show where we give you advice based on the roll of the die. Now, this is how the show works.
How's it work, Carson? How's it work?
Basically,
Oh,
we'll
gosh.
roll the die after we've read out your question, and depending on what roll you get, we'll give you an advice based on the roll. Now, before we do the roll, we'll discuss it a little bit, and we'll see if we can dissect it and give you some solid advice for the advice section. Now, if you roll a 1 or a 2, that means that it's going to be a short and sweet bit of advice. So we might just par you off. In all honesty, we might just be like, you need to sort your lives out. If you get a 3 or a 4, we'll talk about it a little bit. Won't we talk about it?
Of course, like we always do. We'll give it a bit of a chit-chat.
Indeed. And if you get a 5 or a 6, that'll be the jackpot advice. That's the advice that you want, isn't it?
Well, if it isn't, then shame on you.
Exactly. Now that you know how the show works, Sid, tell me, who's the sponsor of tonight's show?
Oh, here we go. Okay, so sponsor of tonight's show is the one, the only Alvy's Sweet Treats. Now, Alvy's Sweet Treats, guys, if you don't know about them, what the hell have you been doing all this time? You should have known about them by now. Now, they specialise in making sure that they cater to your sweet variety that you need. Now, if it's sweet boxes, sweet cones, you're going to be spoilt for choice. They cater to, like if you're vegan, vegetarian, you eat the halal, the kosher, they've got you covered. Their sweets will cover you for that. Go check them out on Etsy. Always Sweet Treats. Make sure you give them a look. And most importantly, thank you so much, Alvy Sweet Treats, for sponsoring us as always. It's very, very, very... Ooh, 1 second. Feeling the reverb. You got this. Yes, I got this. Yeah, Alvy Sweet Treats, without you guys and the rest of our sponsors, we wouldn't be here. But most importantly, you guys sending in your questions via Instagram, via Facebook, and again, the chat, getting involved. Without you guys, the show wouldn't work. So thank you so much, and keep doing what you're doing. Now, Kasim, it looks like you got a fan there, man. Your trim is looking fresh.
Thank you. I appreciate it. This is the art of what happens when you spend pretty much a year in lockdown and you don't have a barber nearby. So that's basically it, really. ZSR, if you need your trim doing, hit me up, man. I'll sort you out.
Well, Kasim didn't do mine, which is why mine's absolutely shocking. Yeah, Kasim, when you're doing it.
When we are.
The right answer is when lockdown is over and it's safe to travel. There you go. Yeah.
Love it.
That's the answer I was looking for. So we got there in the end. So
We got there.
well done, laddie. Well done.
Sid, tell me, what's your issue of the day?
My issue of the day. Now, I don't know if anyone else can relate to this, but if you have a microwave at home and you don't put anything on top of the microwave, you're not utilising the space in your house. Now, according to the missus, a microwave is only meant to be there for decoration purposes unless you're using it. You're not meant to have anything on top of this microwave. For example, you shouldn't have fruit on there. You shouldn't have veg on there. You shouldn't have a packet of biscuits or a carton of eggs. It should be put in its rightful place. Now, me, for example, I'll use margarine. I'll put it on top of the microwave because I don't like it when it's cold in the fridge. It's not easy to spread. If there's like fruit, bananas, for example, I'll put them on top of the microwave because I just do for some reason, instead of putting them in the fruit bowl where they belong, apparently. So my issue of the day is, why can't I use my microwave as a shelf?
I mean, you can.
Exactly. I can.
That's the thing, man. You use it as a shelf. Why are you letting something? You know how many? Right. Look. You know when you go and
Yeah,
you download
butter and
an app on your
bananas.
phone, legit, right? You know when you download a phone, an app on your phone. You don't download a phone. If you could download phones, that would be amazing. But when you download an app on your phone, and it comes up with the, or when you go into a website and it comes up with the accept cookies, man, who's reading them cookies?
I don't know.
Nobody
My
is.
microphone's come up.
Nobody is. And same with the when you download an app and it says, "Do you accept to our data protection terms of service?" You're like, "Yeah, man." In the same light, nobody agrees, or not. Sorry, everybody agrees to those blindly without reading what the what is and just go straight in. Then you use the microwave for whatever reason and purpose you want, man. It's your
No,
microwave.
thank you very much, Kasim.
You paid for it, man. You use it
I
however
did.
you want.
I did pay for it. Actually, no, I didn't. I got it as a gift from my mum. My mum paid for it and said, "Here you go. Here's a microwave for you."
Well, happy, even better.
Even
As long
better.
as it's something that's in your possession.
Thank you, mum. Let's give mum a shout out. A shout out to mum.
100%.
I was going. I tell you what was happening, right? I was going. There's no microwave flex. I was like, "Yo, I don't need a microwave in my house anymore." I'm going like, if I need to warm something up, it's getting warmed up in a pan. If I need to warm my tea up, chuck it in a pan. Need to warm my food up, chuck it in the pan. Warm it up that way. I did that for about 6 months. And then I went to my mum's house. I was like, "Yo, mum, guess what? I'm not using a microwave, because I don't need one." Mum goes, "Boom, microwave. There you go." I was like, "Mum, I don't want a microwave." Oh man.
So, basically, that would be my advice to you, man. You just do you, man. You want to put some on top of the microwave? You put some on top of the microwave. You do it.
Just too shy.
You do that, man.
What's your issue of the day, though? This is my favourite part of my day. I look forward to this. What's Kasim's issue of the day?
This is my issue. All right. So, when it was my brother's wedding.
How is that an issue of the day?
No, wait.
How can you start issue of the day off when it was my brother's wedding? Your brother's been married a few years now.
Listen, right?
And this is why I love your issues of the day. Okay, go on.
Listen, right. Listen.
Okay, go on.
When it was my brother's wedding, just prior to obviously the wedding, when we went out to do suit shopping, me, my dad, and my brother went. Now we had custom suits made, and the guy, he was measuring us all up and stuff, right? So the tailor measured me up, okay, and he said I was 6 foot, and I was like, "Oh, I'm 6 foot." I was like, "I've grown tall." Anyway, so like maybe about 2 days ago, I'm getting some some Asian clothes made, right, and tailored up for me, right? So some shalwar kameez made for me, right? And
Right.
my mum said, "Right, we need to take your measurement." And I said, "All right." So I got the tape and I held it, and my mum had a look. I'm not 6 foot. I'm 5'11". I'm getting 5 foot Bruce syndromes here. I've lost an entire inch, and it hurts me now. And now the reality is I've probably always been 5'11", and the guy got it wrong. But I've been telling everybody, I'm 6 foot, and I'm 5'11".
Okay, get over it, Kasim. You're 5'11". There you go.
No, it's
Solved.
not as simple as that.
It is as simple as that. Kasim! It's as simple as that! You're 5'11". It's 5'11". And do you know what you need to do, Kasim?
I want to know what can I do.
Okay, just get those insoles where you can like add an extra inch to your height. There you go, sorted.
Yeah, actually,
Sorted. There you go. You can go around telling everyone you're 6 foot now. Happy?
I am actually.
Good.
I'm much better. Honestly, that was like that moment in my mind. Yeah, it honestly, like when you feel like you've been lied to your entire life.
Yeah, like because you have been lied to by that tailor for the
By
past.
that tailor.
How many years?
4 years, I think it was since my brother got 3 years, 3 years or 4 years.
What year did your brother get married?
It legit seemed like yesterday.
Kasim, what year did your brother get married?
Don't put me on the spot like that, man. I'm rubbish at dates, man. I can just about remember my own birthday, let alone when my brother got married. But it was like 3 or 4 years. It was
What month was it?
August, I'm pretty sure.
August.
I'm pretty sure.
What date?
Somewhere in August. I do remember, however, that on the day before, or like basically on one of the wedding photos, there was no baby nephew, and then on the other one there was a baby nephew because my sister was pregnant at the time. So I do remember that. So it was around that time.
And August 2018.
But yeah.
2018. There you go.
So yeah, man, 2018.
Oh my gosh, Qasim, that was brilliant. And that's it, guys. And that is why I absolutely love Qasim's issue of the day, because they do not fail to make me giggle.
Now for the chat, for Qasim versus the world. This
What have you got, Qasim?
This is the thing that I want to put away, right? Very specifically, people who say, "Do you know who I am?" You know, like when you know you're walking, you accidentally bump into somebody, and you're like, "Oh, sorry, pal, I didn't mean to do that," and they turn around and be like, "You just bumped into me. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?" Quite frankly, I don't care who you were.
What, like Ronnie Pickering?
Like
Do you know who I am? I'm Ronnie Pickering.
That's exactly right. All the Ronnie Pickerings in the world, right?
All the Ronnie Pickerings in the world. Okay.
Just need to remove them.
So there you have it, chat. Qasim is currently losing. You guys are winning 2-0 at the moment. Qasim still needs to get...
No. It's not 2-0, Sayed. Let me remind everybody of the score. It is 3-0.
It is 3-0.
The world.
Yeah, I did say 2, just to kind of rub it in a bit more. It's actually 3. Qasim's getting beat. Qasim, you got a lot of work to do, man. A lot of work to do.
Indeed. So, yeah, that's the...
And that's your first piece. That's your first statement towards Qasim versus the world.
Doesn't count for right now. Counts for later. Save it to later, Cat. Now, Sayed, I believe today's a special episode. Why?
1 second. Before we address that, if you do not know who 5 Foot Bruce is, you've clearly not watched this from the very start. 5 Foot Bruce is a mystery, and he always responds back into us as 5 Foot Bruce. We're still waiting for you, Brucey. Give us a Brucey bonus. Now we do have a a special guest with us, and just remind everyone, Qasim, who is the special guest?
This special guest is none other than Roya. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
How are we
The
doing?
infamous Roya has finally decided to join us live.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Oh, well, thank you very much for accepting the invite. You are always very vocal on chat, and it's absolutely hilarious some of the things you say, especially when you get Qasim involved with your ruthless savageness. And I hope to see a lot more of that in today's show. Forget Qasim versus the world. I want to see Qasim versus Roya. That's what I want to see. Qasim getting another beat down.
He would literally lose. Straight up lost. Might as well go home.
I mean, I'm purposefully doing this one today in order to get myself a point. So if I don't get a point from this, then yeah, I probably will just do exactly that.
And talking about losing, Qasim, let's start with the first question.
And let's do it. Who do you have for us?
Who do I have? Who do I have? So this first question comes in from Potter28. Now Potter says, "Hey guys, the kids are back in school. The other day around 4 p.m. I got a phone call from the head teacher asking me to come into school, as my kid and his friends had egged the school and were facing suspension, and the police being involved as well. Now, I bet you're wondering how he was caught. He was caught running back into the school with the empty cartons, because apparently there wasn't anywhere else to recycle them. How would you punish an environmentally confused 12-year-old?
Damn, well, I'll tell you what, let's roll that dice and find out. What are we getting? We are getting a 3, so that means we are going to have a little chat about it. Now, before we do, Sayed, what is your initial thoughts on this?
My initial thoughts on this is, first of all, I need to. Do you know what? I want to hear what Roy's thoughts are. I want to start off with Roy. Seeing as she's the guest, I want to see what Roy's thoughts are to begin with.
My initial thought is this kid is brilliant. And the reason for that is I am all about being a little bit more environmentally conscious and as eco as I can be where I can.
Well, that's good.
So I'm now trying to buy like loose produce and taking my own bags to get like my fruit and veg rather than buying everything in plastic. I only use metal straws, that kind of thing. So I think props to a 12-year-old for thinking I need to do my recycling.
Okay. So after the 12-year-old
would just throw it on the floor, right? However, he's missing the trick a little bit, isn't he, in the fact that you're being wasteful by throwing eggs at a building.
I think that's where the issue really is. You know, this 12-year-old is thinking, do you know what? Let's throw some eggs at this school. That's like vandalism right there. But my good deed to counter all this negative act that I've done is to try and recycle.
But maybe he is genuinely a good kid and he's been swayed by his friends. Maybe he's not the instigator of this.
I don't.
And he's been swayed into. Obviously, we don't know him. We don't know his friends. But to be kind, maybe he has been coaxed into it by his friends. I do think boys face a lot of peer pressure at that age to be like cool kids and don't want to be the loser that didn't get involved. And then maybe afterwards he thought, oh no. And then, like you said, maybe then he's trying to do his good deed. That's
when the regret kicked in. He was like, oh no, what have I done? I shouldn't have been egging the school. It's only because of Barry. Barry told me to come and do it.
Good old Barry.
Oh, brother Barry.
Brother Barry. Now, I just want to jump to the advice because I've got a bit of shorter advice rather than the whole three, and I just think the kids.
Well, Qasim, that's not how it works.
No, I know.
Come on,
I know.
Stick to the rules.
Okay, I'll
stick to the rules, baby.
All right. Listen, right.
I'm listening.
You know, like back in the day.
Back in day when you used to get punished, yeah. They used to put your head into one of those things with your arms in it like that, right? And they used to throw fruit at you. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like rotten fruit, they used to throw it at you. I'm talking about hundreds of years ago. In the stocks?
In the stocks. That's it. That is it. They used to put you in the stocks. I think you should just create your own homemade version of the stocks and throw some eggs back at him. That's what I think you should do.
To a 12-year-old?
Yeah. No, but get other 12-year-olds to do it.
Oh, that makes it fine then, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. That completely makes it absolutely fine because it's not an adult doing it; it's a 12-year-old.
But get the 12-year-olds who did it with him, and then put them one at a time. They've got to go around and throw eggs at each other. They'll have fun whilst doing it, but they won't do it again because they won't like getting egged. And then you can say to them, well, if you don't like getting egged, you don't egg other places.
Just so I understand this, Qasim, that's your advice on how to punish a 12-year-old.
A 12-year-old, exactly that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roya, what would your advice be?
My advice would be probably not quite as physically abusive to the child, Qasim, because social services and all that. I mean, it's only eggs on a building at the end of the day.
On a building.
It's eggs on a building. The building's not going to die from the eggs. I think it needs to be something along the lines of take his phone off him, take his PlayStation off him for like a month. Tell him he can't see his friends outside of school. As soon as school's finished, he's got to come straight home. That kind of thing for a month, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a parent, so I don't know how punishable that would be.
I mean, the thing
you
is,
also need.
That's so basic. That type of like, all right, well, right, little Tommy, we're gonna take your phone away from you. That doesn't do anything, man. They'll get their phone back. If you want to take their phone,
but listen,
you get a hammer and you destroy it in front of them.
Kids these days are so hooked they're so hooked on their phones and their consoles and their tablets and all this other stuff. Trust me, that kid will regret it after the weekend.
Nah, man, they'll
Trust me, after one weekend of not having that, he's going to be like, Mum, I'm never even looking at eggs again in my life, let alone throwing them. Promise, Mum, I'll never do it again. Don't even like those boys. I'm not even friends with those boys, Mum. Don't even know them.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
No, they'll do that obviously to get the phone back, and even if you
that
like,
would
put
be
the phone,
that is what I feel like that is what I would do.
There used to be a time without phones. They'll find something else to do, man. They'll sit there twiddling their thumbs for the rest of the week. Honestly, they'll do it. They guys, you should just destroy the phone in front of them. You should do something which will make them remember to never do something stupid.
Yeah, but all you're going to do is throw eggs at them, then they're going to go have a bath, wash the eggs off, and then they're going to jump on Fortnite.
Yeah. That's it.
Like,
What's yours doing? So what you got to do is you got to embarrass him. Yeah. My advice would be is, not like that. Not like that. There's nothing that a 12-year-old wants more is to be picked up and dropped off by the parents into school, right? So what I would do is, as punishment, as I'm driving into school, I would like be shouting out the window, it's his favourite song, I'm a Barbie Girl blasting. Yeah. Then we get out, we walk, I literally hold him by his hand, yeah, walk him straight to his tutor's class and drop him off there. And then while everyone's there, I'd be like, right, be a good boy, and remember, Daddy loves you. Do you love Daddy? Tell Daddy you love me. Tell me you love me before I go. Yeah. And then he'd be like, oh, embarrassed. So that's what's going to happen then. He's going to get humiliated and bullied for the next 5 years. And he'll remember, this only happened because I threw eggs out a school window. I should respect this place.
And you say mine was harsh. Jeez. For the next 5 years, pure torture. Holy moly.
There we go. That's my advice.
Stick to throwing eggs, man. Not the kid. I mean throwing eggs at the kid. That sounds mental.
Stick to throwing eggs. I advocate egg throwing. Right.
Right.
Moving on to the next one.
Next question.
And always remember, guys, you can join us live on the stream. Click the link and join us if you do want to say. But most importantly, I do want to say, 1Z Productions, I absolutely love your thinking. We should ask the hen that laid the eggs what she thinks. And, because, we've got that tracking system, don't we? For some reason. Where we can find out for you. What a stupid thing to say! Absolute ridiculous, 1Z. I expect better from you.
Better. Our next question comes in from Smiley.
Smiley
says, here's one for you guys. Share your wisdom and advice. I work on my bike in my garage outside my house. The other day, my neighbour comes up to me asking me to close the garage door because she doesn't want her son being influenced by a hooligan like me. Me? A hooligan? I'm 35-year-old with 3 kids who enjoys riding a bike. I will have properly given her my peace of mind by the time you read this, but I still want your advice on what you would do if you were me in that situation to compare. P.S. Kasim, can I have your pet water bottle? Yes, you can. Just let me know what address to send it to, and I will send it to you. Now, Roya, what's your initial thoughts on this?
Okay, I'm so sorry. I missed that entire question because everything just cut off.
Okay,
I didn't hear a word.
I'll quickly go through it again. That's all right. So Smiley goes, here is one for you guys. Share your wisdom and advice. I work on my bike in my garage outside my house. The other day, my neighbor comes up to me asking me to close the garage door because she doesn't want her son being influenced by a hooligan like me. Me, a hooligan. I'm a 35-year-old guy with 3 kids who enjoys riding a bike. I will have properly given her my peace of mind by the time you read this, but I still want your advice on what to do if you were me. Please help. So what advice? Well, before that, like if you were to think, if somebody like you're tinkering with your bike outside, somebody comes up to you and says, or somebody goes to their kids and says, "Oh, I don't want you around that hooligan."
No. Just so I can explain it so everyone understands. So this guy is working in his garage, I think, on his bike, like doing like some sort of mechanic-y sort of work on it. Now the neighbour isn't impressed by this, thinking this geezer on a bike, he's the hooligan, and she doesn't want her kid being influenced by his hooligan ways of riding a motorbike. What should he do about his neighbour from hell?
I mean, is she called Karen?
Probably.
Because she sounds like a Karen,
She does sound like a Karen.
doesn't she?
Probably.
I mean, I would go and give her a piece of my mind because I think that is so rude.
All right, okay, Roya. Excuse me. Listen, love. Can you stop working on your bike with the garage door open? All right, I want you to close that garage door because I don't want you hooligan, Roya, influencing my little Charlie.
Listen here, Karen. This is my garage door. If I want it open, I'll leave it open. You don't like it? Look the other way. Charlie doesn't like it. He can also look the other way. I don't want to look the other way. Should be influenced by a mother who stereotypes people for having a bike. Maybe you should go and have a look in the mirror and see who's got the problem here, love.
You wait till I tell you my Frank. I'm going to tell my Frank what you've just said to me.
Good. Tell him.
And he's going to be coming over to have a word with your Roger.
Roger. They would go something like that.
There you go. Yeah, that sounds. That's actually pretty good, Roy. That's. I imagine that's exactly how that conversation played out between Karen and what was his name? Smiley. Karen got told.
No, I think this ties nicely in with the Custom versus the World later, which I'll refer back to this. But I think that, do you know what, man? Don't take it to heart, man. Let her just have. You fix your bike, man. You just do you. That's the advice.
Guys, let's roll it back. Don't start giving me the advice just yet.
Hang on a minute. Did we roll the dice?
No, exactly. That's fine.
Well, let's roll that dice and find out then, shall we? I'm still looking at the 3, thinking it was a 3. It's a 2, even better. Now, short and sweet. We'll keep it short and sweet. I think you should just continue to do you, man. Do your bike. Forget the Karens of the world, and crack on. No, okay. I don't. I tell a lie, man. Just scream at her face. Call her a hooligan back. If she calls you a hooligan, be a parrot. That's what I'd say. Just repeat everything back. Just be that annoying. You're like that one person who's just annoying. He just says everything back. Be a parrot.
Okay. Roya, what advice would you give? Short and sweet. What advice would you give? My
advice would be to confront her about it. Okay. Give her a piece of your mind. Say, as much as she doesn't want her child being influenced, you don't want your 3 children being influenced by an ignorant bigot like herself.
Okay. My advice would be to build a ramp and drive your bike on the ramp and go flying through her bay windows and say, "This is what you call a hooligan, snitch," and then walk out.
Snitches get stitches and then leave.
There you go.
Yeah, I take everything that I said back. Isaac had said advice there. Yeah, do that one.
If she's calling you a hooligan, you be a hooligan.
Yeah, 100%.
Start doing wheelies around the cul-de-sac.
Exactly that. Yeah.
Like 12 o'clock at night, revving the engine, burning tires. Yeah.
You know. Honestly. Do you remember those little street things where like little firework things that you used to throw at the
Oh yeah, bangers.
Yeah. You should get an entire ball of bangers, just fill them all up and then just throw it right outside the door.
And like always, guys, if you do want to join us, don't be shy. Click the link and share your advice as well.
Indeed. Now, Sayed, who do we have next?
Your casting versus the world.
Casting versus the world already? It's that time already?
It's that time already.
Tell you what, I tell you what. Now, guys, Cassim versus the world. Let's go here, right? I want to know. Do you guys agree with me on this? And I'm hoping we can. Well, I can finally get a point on the board here. I think for Cassim's versus the world, I think we should get rid of everybody who says, "Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?" I can't stand them. Nobody cares who you are. It literally happened to me the other day. I should. This honestly is like, I mean, to be fair, I just ignored it and walked on, man. But it just annoyed me. And if I could eradicate a type of person,
Why is it when you always go outside, you always bump into someone, or someone's bumping into you?
I don't know, man. Do you know what it is?
The amount of I've bumped into someone or someone bumped into me stories I've heard from you.
I walk with my head down.
Well, maybe walk with your head up.
No, because the thing is if I walk with my head up, I don't see the floor, and then I might step on some poo, and I don't want to do that.
Do you know what you do then, Cassim? You walk with your head up, but you look ahead as you're walking.
No, because then I'm still missing the ground underneath.
Do you like when you get taught to drive? Yeah. They say don't look directly at the road, look ahead. Don't look directly in front of you, look ahead.
Yep.
Apply that same logic to walking.
No, because it's a different. See, that's a different parameter. Because
No,
I know what's underneath me is my car's steering wheel. If I look down, it's only to check my speed. That's it. It's different parameters. I've not got a speedometer whilst I'm walking, saying.
I should be getting involved in this.
The world, man.
I know, man. I should be getting involved in this.
What are you doing?
I think, Cassim, I feel like your issue of the day should have been that you don't know how to walk.
I mean, I was saving that till
next week.
No! I was saving that till next week. Holy moly, man!
Roy is at it again with the savages.
So you're saying that you agree with people who turn around and be like, "Oh, do you know who I am?"
No.
People who like think they're some big shots, man. When they're not, you know, you live across the street, mate.
Okay. I don't think chat like this one.
Chat's awfully quiet.
This is the quietest.
So quiet that I think I should just get a point for the sake of it. Because they're quiet. And they're not putting up a fight.
Personally feel like you should be in a minus for picking such a cop-out, rubbish Cassim versus the world. Because who's going to disagree with you on that? Nobody likes anyone that goes, do you know who I am?
Exactly. I told you. I need
an easy.
Okay, I'm gonna add Kat into this because Kat wants to actually say something on this. So Kat, I'm gonna add you into. Thank you for joining the stream.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Right. Okay. First of all, Cassim, I really don't get your logic when you say that you have to look at the floor when you're walking ahead because you feel like if you look at the floor, you don't see what's going on. When you're walking, Cassim, you're looking ahead. You see what you're going to step on before you see it. Like, say, for example, you're walking and you see dog poo on the floor. You're going to see that miles off and you're going to say, oh, there's dog poo on the floor. I better, move myself away from that. But if you're just constantly looking on the floor, you're going to see it last minute, aren't you? I don't see your logic.
No one likes this Cassim versus the world. Cassim.
This should have been your issue of the day, not Cassim versus the world. My issue of the day.
I agree with Kat.
Oh, Mr. Shank, it's Cassim. What's happened there, bro? The world have rallied up against you.
I tried to do one. No. Let me tell you what happened. Right, I tried to do one today. Yeah,
Cassim,
where there was nothing that.
That sounds like an excuse. That sounds like an excuse.
No,
for having such a lame Cassim versus the world.
I needed a point. I'm giving myself a point. I don't care what anybody
You're
says.
not giving yourself a point.
I am giving myself.
Cassim.
I'm changing that to a 1. All right.
Let the record show the judge has actually put you down to -1.
What? You can't go below
-1.
0?
You've gone below 0 because that was so bad, so lame. Maybe this will teach you. Remember like that kid? You know the kid who threw eggs Yeah,
I'm keeping-
just put yourself in that situation. Qasim, who threw a rubbish question. Yeah, this is your punishment. A -1.
Holy moly!
Boss man, we will never get rid of the world. Qasim versus the world is
Oh.
one of the most funniest thing ever.
Holy moly! Have you read this?
Qasim, Qasim, are you
Have you read this one?
do you know who I am? Oh man.
Whoa.
That's-
I'm keeping that one. I'm keeping that one on the board. Okay.
Honestly, Qasim, you can't keep that one on the board. Okay, I won't take you to a minus. We'll keep it at 0.
Keep
the
it at
world,
0.
the world wins this point.
Again.
Yeah, because it was so bad.
So
Yeah, again, Carson, because that was.
all right, okay, all right, okay. I tell you what.
You should be embarrassed.
On Instagram, yeah, send in, yeah, what you want the Qasim versus the world to be, what you want next episodes, Qasim versus the world to be. So for our Thursday episode, let us know what you want it to be. Whatever you guys say, I'll debate it. You tell me what side you want me, what team you want me to be on.
1 second. This isn't
Hang on a minute.
Instagram does your job for you.
No. This is a. If it's Qasim versus the world, Qasim will also pick out some of the topics as well, but there's also the world's thing as well. I'll tell you what, because I'm sick of it. I'm just losing points for the sake of it here.
The
I
whole
picked one
point
where I
of
should have got a point. I should have got a point on this one.
Carson versus the world, I'm sure, is your opinion versus the world's, not the world's opinion and yours versus the world. Then that's the
Damn, man.
Oh man, Qasim versus the world. The world is still beating you. I told you. You need to come up with a better one next time. Maybe then you'll win.
I tried picking one where everybody would just agree with me. And what's ended up happening is I've
Yeah,
been
but the
told
whole
that I
point
can't
is
walk
it should
straight.
be a debate.
That's
It should be a
what's happened.
debate.
I came here thinking, do you know what? I'm actually going to get at least
Yeah,
one of them.
it is- the thing is, Roy is right. It's meant to be a debate. Yeah, pros and cons. No one can debate with bumping into someone because no one walks into as many people as you do, Qasim. So you're thinking everyone hates this person
I'll
that
tell
goes.
you what.
Do you know who I am? But no one experiences it except for you because in the past week you bumped into 6 people.
As if Captain's issue is always about, there's only a quarter of the milk left, I can't drink it, when you can't even walk in a straight line.
This is definitely Qasim versus the world. The world is definitely winning.
Right, well, then on that note, guys, I think we should move on to the next question.
I think we should.
And that next question is from none other than Phoebe. We'll let you join in for this one as well. I was at home sick with the flu, and my husband went out to do the family shop. I realized that I needed some more medicine, so I messaged my husband, Jim. I need more drugs. Except I sent it to my work colleague, Jim. Now, he replied, "What you need, I can deliver," with a wink. Now, he thinks I'm a drug addict. I've not responded when I told my husband, he laughed at... Sorry, and when I told my husband, he laughed at me. Shall I respond, leave it, or tell the police?
Woo, woo.
Let's roll that dice and find out.
And also, guys, do not forget, if you do want to join in and give the advice, the link is in the chat. Click the link and join us live, just like Kat's done. Kat, how does it feel joining us live?
It feels absolutely amazing to come live
Alrighty.
and absolutely annihilate Carson, so it feels good.
Right, excuse me, we'll have less of that now. Qasim versus the world is over, Kat. You leave my co-host alone.
Walking a straight line, boy.
No. Now, in all honesty, though, so they got a 1. Phoebe got a 1. Phoebe wants to know what can she do. Should she respond to Jim, her colleague? Should she leave it, or should she tell the police? Sayed, what's your initial thought?
Well, I will ask you the question. Have you ever sent someone a text that was meant for someone else?
Yes.
And what is your normal reaction?
I normally just send a message back saying, "Oh, sorry, that wasn't for you," and then leaving it at that.
Okay, so that's.
But in this situation, you can't really say that.
Can you not?
Or you can you typically try to explain the situation later, but then that person never believes you because they just assume that they now know what's going on, but they don't.
But
so
you got a clue.
But they ain't got a clue. So quite frankly, I believe Phoebe. He just thinks that you're a drug addict. That's it. You got to live with that now.
Okay. Oh, you could do this. Apologise to your work colleague for your mistake. Explain, have a laugh. You're snitch in the making. Roy, what are your thoughts on it?
My first thought was, does she message Jim, her colleague, more than Jim, her husband?
Well, what, by accident? Because they've got them both written out as Jim. Actually, that's a solid point.
Listen, if it's on WhatsApp or even text message, they're quite high up, aren't they, if you message them often?
Yeah.
So how is she accidentally... I'm just curious, right? There might be nothing to this, by the way. I'm not accusing anybody. Phoebe.
You've already said what you needed to say there.
You're like 75% accusation done. Just got to do the full 25 now.
Love it. Yeah, you're already there now.
But yeah, I do think, especially most people use WhatsApp now, don't they?
Yeah.
And I just think, yeah, you're more likely anyway. But that was my first thought. My second thought is, yeah, I would just reply and say, oh, sorry, I was messaging my husband Jim because he's gone to get me some cold and flu medicine. Message you by accident. See you on Monday, whatever. Why would you even consider the police?
Because I think it's because he replied saying, yeah, what do you need? I can deliver.
No,
but I take that as a joke. I take that as a joke personally.
I take that seriously.
Jim. Yeah, I wouldn't take that seriously.
I would take it seriously. I'll be on the phone to the police. Yo,
Phoebe
Jim.
might get drug dealer vibes off him from work. You don't know. But
yeah, that's what she's saying. Why is she saying then? Shall I go to the police? She knows Jim. If she knew that Jim was like not that kind of person, she wouldn't be saying, "Shall I go to the police?" She knows that Jim always comes in. You know, there's always one colleague that comes in stinking of the Buddha. So
I mean,
that's probably
if
Jim.
Jim's that kind of person, why is she texting him more than her husband?
But to be honest, I agree completely with what you said there. Why on earth has she not got? Why Phoebe? Why have you got both your husband named Jim in your phone and Jim, your colleague, named Jim in your phone, and you're not called your husband hubby or love of my life or something as the name? Like what? Why are they both called Jim? Imagine this probably isn't the first message that colleague Jim has gotten. He's probably gotten a few more down the line.
Okay.
Kat,
let's see from Kat.
To be honest, I think Phoebe needs to stop deeping it because it's not really that much of a big an issue. It's like Roya said, this Jim probably replied back in banter. And second of all, I'm not a drug dealer expert, and I'm pretty sure drug dealers wouldn't reply back with a little winky face at the end of the message saying, what do you want, winky face? I don't think drug dealers are like that.
That sounds exactly like what a drug dealer expert would say.
I don't think drug dealer phones have emojis on them.
That's
Hey, the thing is, though, you can make the emoji, though, can't you? I mean, before
it might be
emojis,
just a colon with a bracket.
Yeah.
But does it show up properly on like a smartphone as a real emoji?
They've not said an emoji. They just said with a winky face.
I just think she needs to reply back to him and say, "Oh, sorry, that was meant for my husband. See you Monday. Haha. How embarrassing!" And just leave it at that. Why are you thinking of dragging the police into it? Because it's really not that big a deal.
Oh, well, when did you start becoming a bit of Scouse Cat? That's what I want to know. That's the real question.
No. Do you know what's happened there? Have you ever seen that?
That's the real question, Kat.
Have you ever seen that episode of Ellen where Nicki Minaj is on there? Then she just suddenly starts speaking in a proper posh British voice.
No,
That's
stand
basically
Alan.
what just happened there. Well, damn.
This is what happens when you've been working with Scousers for the day. You turn into a
No.
Scouser.
you turn half into Scouse. Now, okay, advice. It was a one.
It was a one. Short and sweet.
Short and
Short and
sweet.
sweet. I'll
Kat,
stop.
what would you say?
I'll
okay.
stop. I'll stop. Ring the police. Do it. Get Jim locked up. If you haven't done it already, shame on you. And if you listen to this, it's one. So just ring the police.
Okay. Kat?
Don't ring the police. Don't deepen it. And Jim, if you're listening, I'd have a route through your wife's phone, to be honest, because some dodgy's going on there.
There's nothing dodgy going on there. Oh, Roya.
Go on.
Yeah, my advice is reply. Sorry about that. Meant to send it to my husband Jim. Getting me some cold and flu tablets. See you Monday. Winky face.
Winky face. Winky face back. Definitely do not send the winky face back.
Oh.
Phoebe, I think you should just respond by saying, yeah, give me everything that you have, and leave it at that.
Leave it at that.
Wow.
I'll leave it at that. Kat, thank you for joining us for that question. We've enjoyed having you on.
Thank you.
Now, Sid, I believe before we get onto the part of the show where we bring on the doctor, let's round up with the last question of the evening.
Last question of the evening is... so my work colleague sits opposite me, ate all my Pringles. I'm fuming as I send this to you guys, and I mean fuming. You know when you kindly offer someone something and they overdo it by taking more than you expected? So inside you're like, you greedy bugger, go buy your own food. But instead you do that thing where you go, do you want some more? With that fake smile on your face. Well, I did that. He took off the tube. I went for lunch, come back an hour later. He's gone with a post-it note on my Pringles box with the letters, I owe you. I was livid. It's been 2 weeks, still no compensation. What should I do? I'm having nightmares over this situation. That came from Annabelle.
Okay, let's roll that dice and see what we can do here. You got a one. I'm gonna keep this very short and sweet, right? Get over yourself, man. It's a box of Pringles, all right. Jeez, man. Now let's discuss this first, but that's still going to be my advice at the end of it, right?
Okay.
That's still my advice. Now, I've had this happen to me. Yeah, in fact, a lot of times.
How did you feel? How did you feel when it happened to you,
I did not
Cassie?
care because I had to come to terms with the fact that one.
Here we go, the
I'm
sub
the
story.
one-
Here we go.
No.
Here we go.
There's no sub-story
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm the youngest one in my house.
No. It's
Someone
not,
comes
it's
in.
not-
All right, okay.
this was with mates. Right?
Oh man, I thought you were gonna do your classic.
No. This is different, yeah, because I had to come to terms with the fact that one, I was the first person to offer. If I wanted to keep my snacks to myself, I wouldn't have offered, right? Secondly, when you offer, you expect it to go. Yeah. Normally, if you offer something, you expect it to go. Otherwise, if somebody takes you up on that offer and they eat more than you want, why on earth would you then turn around and say, "Do you want some more?"
It's because it's just courtesy. It's courtesy.
Then expect it.
It's like when you. It's like that. Yeah? It's like that courteous thing when you meet someone after ages. He's like, "Oh yeah, come round to my house for a cup of tea." You don't actually want them to come round.
But if they do come round, what are you gonna say? Get out.
Yeah. What are you doing here, mate?
Well then there you go. Next time you say,
I'm a bit busy right now. Can you come back later?
Then exactly that. Then you just turn around and say, "Yeah, I only said have a few."
No, but you didn't though. That's the thing.
said,
You don't say it though, do you, Kasim? Right? Have you ever said to someone like, take some, but then they overtake? You expect someone to have a bit of courtesy, wouldn't you? To think that this is someone's food or whatever. Let's take my time. Not take my time. Sorry. Let's not take
I would
all
never.
of it.
Yeah, I would never offer something and then say to someone, "Oh, but don't take it all," or "Oh, don't take too much." Like if you've offered, and you do expect them to only take a couple. Yeah, you expect them to take some.
You can't
No.
expect. You cannot
Listen,
expect for somebody
I
to
would
take a
never
couple.
go and cane someone's full tube of Pringles like
No,
I'm a
that's-
gannet.
No. But that's you. But you can't expect somebody else to do that. You can never assume that somebody is. Look,
If that's my
It's
colleague
the
that I
age-old
sit
saying,
opposite
if you
at
assume,
work,
it makes
then
an
you
ass
kind
out
of
of
know
you
them, don't
and me.
you?
Yeah, it's not. It's that age-old saying that if you assume, it makes an ass out of you and me. Yeah, and in that situation, yeah, you cannot assume that somebody is gonna take a couple of Pringles and walk away. You've offered it out to the world. Expect
but you
that
don't.
box to be gone.
No, you don't.
No,
That's the thing. It
not
wasn't
you do
offered to
not
the
know.
world.
Listen,
It was
not
offered to
by
one person.
It's offered to exactly.
No,
Exactly.
okay. I'm saying the world. Even if it's offered to one person, you still offered it to somebody. If you didn't want that
Yeah, but
person
you
to have the
offered them.
Pringles,
Oh, do you want some? Not do you want the whole carton? Here you go, mate. Just bought you this from the shop.
Yeah, exactly.
Happy birthday.
no, because you've already had
No.
some from there.
Okay,
You're not
okay,
gonna
but no,
put
but
it
you
for
missed,
brand new,
you missed the,
take-
you missed the
Okay,
second part,
Kasim, okay,
Kasim.
okay,
You missed the
Kasim.
second part. You missed the second part. So when she went on lunch, she comes back to an empty box. She didn't say, "Can you finish all my Pringles?"
She said,
While I'm
"Do
on
you
lunch.
want some?" Some does not define how many. If she said, "Take a
Right.
couple."
Kasim,
Okay,
Kasim,
Kasim, let me
Kasim.
ask you. Let me ask
Some
you.
does
If
not-
you're
One
at
second,
work,
Roy.
right,
One second,
you're
Roy.
at work.
One second, Roy. I need to explain this, Kasim, because I don't think he's getting it. Right?
I
okay.
do get it. I get it
No, you don't.
perfect.
You're not
I get it
getting it.
perfect.
So we'll say it one more time.
I've learned this the
She
hard way.
offered. Right? He took some. She puts the tube back on the desk. Then she goes, "All right, I'm going to lunch." Before she went on lunch, she didn't say, "Hey, help yourself to some more." She didn't say that. She just said, "I'm going on lunch." She comes back and the
she
Pringles have been eaten.
She literally said, "Instead, you do that thing where you say, 'Do you want some more?'"
Yeah, that's
She
when you
indicated to take more.
No,
What do you mean? You
Not
just said
while
that she
she
didn't
was
say that.
gone.
That's why you're offering something to someone. Are you doing this on purpose, Kasim? I swear to God.
No, I'm not. Right? I once went to a takeaway, yeah, ordered myself a pizza. My mates were with me, yeah. We all got like a few pizzas, right? I ordered a specific 12-inch pizza for myself because I'm a fatty, yeah, and I wanted a 12-inch pizza, all right? So I ordered one. I turned around to my mates and I said, "Take some if you want some."
Did
They
it take some?
devoured the entire thing. I only had one slice. They all went for my pizza first.
And do you know why that is? That's what you call selfish
I-
mates. Change your mates,
No.
mate.
No,
Change
that's
your
not
mates.
selfish, mates. That was my
And
own
that's
stupidity.
multiple people. Yeah, that's your own stupidity for multiple people. You can't have a 12-inch
No, it
pizza
doesn't
and
matter. It
6
doesn't matter if
people
it's
sat
one
there
person.
and one
It doesn't
person
matter
takes
if
one each. Then yeah, it's going to
doesn't-
be gone, isn't it?
It doesn't matter if it's
It's
one
gonna be-
person or 20 people. The fact remains the same. All you need to tell next time, dude. Do you know what? I learned my lesson. Do you know what I did next time? I said, "Hey, take a slice." Guess what? Each person only took one slice. I was still left with 5 slices.
What you were in the takeaway with 11 mates.
Yeah.
No, you
What, are you going to turn around and say I don't have 11 mates?
know, you've only got like what, Kyle?
No, I've got close mates. Obviously, I've got my 3 close mates. But you know, it's one of those. You know, when you go out with a group of people. There's one
So
of those
even
situations.
well, that's
But
the
still-
difference. Then that makes you the fool.
No, it
That
doesn't.
you don't even
because I
you don't
said
even know these people, and you're like going, "Here, do you want some of my food, mate? Do you want some of my food, mate?" If it was
No,
me, I'd be
because-
like,
no.
listen, you've ordered your own food. I ordered my food. I
Okay,
ain't gonna dish out anything.
So then,
I'm
perfect.
in.
So saying to Annabelle, you're saying, do you know what? Yeah, next time don't offer.
No, I'm not saying next time not offer.
So what are you saying to me? That's what you just said.
No. You're not giving it to
yeah, double
mates.
standard here.
You're offering it out to acquaintances, from what you've just said. Not mates.
To
You're
the
offering
homeless people that hang
Yeah.
outside the takeaway.
Anyone
This is a
in a
work colleague.
takeaway.
A work
Anyone in a takeaway. Hey
Wait.
guys, do you want
A
some
work
food?
colleague is not a friend. If a
A
work colleague,
work colleague can
work
also be
colleague
a
is-
friend.
no, because then she would have said my friend who I work with. She wouldn't have said work colleague. If you put somebody in the title of colleague,
Okay, I think you're reading a bit too much into this, Cassie.
this
Yeah.
this is vital. This
It's
is
not vital at all. This
Anyway,
is not vital at all.
I stick to my same advice.
Right, okay, Cassie,
which
let me
was a
just
one.
ask you then. So
Go on.
you're at work, you sit opposite someone at work, your desks face each other. They say to you, "Oh, do you want some Pringles?" You take a couple and they go, "Oh, I'll have a few more if you want." "Yeah, all right, mate." Great, pops them back on their desk, goes on their lunch. You're going to cane them while they're gone on their lunch because they said you can have some.
They said take
Would
a few
you
more.
eat
So
them?
yeah.
No, but they've left their nib.
would.
You've taken
No,
a few
because
more,
they've
they've
offered
put
it.
it back on their desk and
They
they've gone.
said They said
Would
take
you
a few
then
more.
continue to eat
Yeah, I
them?
would have taken a few more. I wouldn't cane the entire bottle.
No,
But
they
she
take
never
a
said
few
that.
more. They take
She
a few
never-
more. It's in the moment while they're
She never
giving.
defined.
Not
My entire
thereafter.
point is this.
It's not
My
like,
entire point is
Qasim,
this.
does take a
No,
few
no,
more
no.
mean come back 10 minutes later and take some more?
Okay, 100%. I agree with you. But this
Is that what it means
she
to
said.
you?
No,
But is that what that
but
means to you?
I'm not talking
Just
about
take-
what it means to me. I'm
It
talking
does,
about what
obviously.
was
This is
said.
the issue.
No,
This is the
no,
issue.
Sayed, I
You
want
say
to- I
you're
want you to
taking
listen.
take a few more as
Sayed, I want you to-
in half.
Sayed, I've had to mute you, right? I've had to mute you, right? No, Sayed, I've had to mute you.
Listen,
No, I muted you again. No, I muted you the third time. All right, now
this is what you call absolute rubbish.
Say
Right,
it, yeah. Listen.
right. I think we just need to get Qasim just like quiet for a second because he just got absolutely no idea what he's talking about, Roy.
He's very passionate about food.
Oh man, passionate.
No,
Passionate
wait,
isn't
no,
the
wait.
word.
One second. Can you just listen? If you define the amount to take, that person will genuinely take that amount. Because if you then leave it open to what she said, by the way, she said, not me saying, she said, do you want some? And then she said, do you want some more?
At the same time, not at separate occasions.
No, and she's not defined it at the same time.
But logically, that's what happens when you offer something to someone and they take something. Then you say straight after, "Do you want
Alright.
some more?"
Oh, do you want some more? Then if that person's then and got some more, yeah, you've not defined an amount. Next
In the
time, say,
moment,
take
in
two,
the moment.
take two, take three
No,
bubbles.
it's about the
That's-
fact that they ate them while she was gone and was on her lunch.
He said that I owe you. I'll get you some later. Maybe he's not gonna
Yeah,
manage
but
to buy
she's
some
saying
straight
2
away.
weeks was gone. She saw
And that was the moment that Qasim realised what we were talking about because the pennies just dropped.
matter.
The pennies just dropped.
Nothing's dropped.
Oh, Qasim, your face.
Define an amount. Define an amount. That's
Oh,
what
that
I'm
is-
saying.
Oh, Qasim, you are brilliant, my brother.
Define an amount. Anyway, Jackpot Advice. It was one. Yeah, we spent like 80 hours on this. All right.
Yeah, that was long.
So what would you say? Short and sweet.
Get that tube and wrap it on his head.
Okay. Roy, what would you say?
I would go over to his desk with the tube and the IOU and say, next time you want to eat all my Pringles, mate, replace them and don't just leave me an empty tube there.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say, yeah, it was your own fault. Get over it. And on that note, it is time. Say, what time is it?
Oh my gosh. Okay, I kind of lost track there. That was I was enjoying that, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. That was too funny.
Exactly. I just want to say, Bossman gets it. Why did she leave them with him to take? Exactly, man.
I don't know.
Bossman's on it.
Okay, so it's a part of the show, guys, where we getting the doctor involved. Now, me and Qasim did go through the questions, and we picked one that we thought, we can't give it the truth like the doctor. So here it is. The question that we gave to the doctor was as follows. Now, me and my sister, we went shopping with my mum. Where at a certain point, my mum ended up in an argument with an employee. Now, she went Super Saiyan 4 mode at this employee. It was intense. After it all calmed down, me and my mum couldn't find my sister anywhere. My mum was so worried, they had to do an announcement, and she appeared 10 seconds later. My mum started shouting at her, saying, "Where were you?" To which she replied, "Trying not to end up on YouTube." I burst out laughing and got grounded. How shall I approach my mum to plead my case of my unfair sentence? And that was the question.
And that was the question. And some say that the doctor once visited China and said that the Great Wall was just okay.
Wow. It has been said that the doctor can do a wheelie on a unicycle.
And on that note, welcome, Doctor.
Hello, Doctor here. Once again, I can confirm both statements are in fact absolutely true. On to the question at hand. Well, first I would say full props to your mother, who was brave enough to go Super Saiyan 4 against Majin Buu, aka Karen. Nobody likes a Karen. So fair play to your mum. Now, your sister cracked a little joke, and you got the sentence. Well, welcome to being an elder sibling. However, I understand the point. Life's not fair. You got to suck it up, but at the same time, justice must be served. Now, if you are a member of the BAME group, well, simply put, you'll find no justice. If you try and enter the family court of mum, please do not ground me. Well, you might not come out of that one alive. However, if you're not, and you don't find yourself in that ethnic group, well, then tell your mum to do one. We've all got that friend, Timmy. Tell him, mum, do one. And if that doesn't work, you can always threaten to ring child services. That one also, had a new guy called Timothy. Well, obviously these names are made up. Can't reveal true identities, doctor-client privilege, and all that. However, let's call him Timothy. Timothy got away with it. Well, the long and short of it is, if you're white, you're right. You got it. If you ain't, you're gonna get battered. So there's no two ways about this, and such is life. However, what I would say is, by all means, do try it. We're getting into a world now of, people are moving more towards Western culture, which is, fantastic piece of integration. So you can always try it. However, don't do it on my advice, because my advice would be to not do it. Because if your mother, mama, could go Super Saiyan 4 on a randomer, imagine what she's going to go on you. And that is the truth that I prescribe.
And that is the truth that the doctor has prescribed. Now, thank you very much, Doctor. We appreciate your advice there. That was very unique in terms of advice.
Honestly, pleasure having you, Doctor.
There's always a risk of some sort of violence with that advice. So take it with a pinch of not salt, because that's just going to be on them wounds that you're going to be getting after that. If you follow the doctor's advice with the BAME. But what did that say? If you're right, you're right.
And on that note, guys, it has been an awesome show. We've massively enjoyed this episode with all of you and with Roya. Thank you so much for joining us. It has been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
Also, before we do completely end it, I just want to give a shout out to my niece. She's only a very, very little baby, about 7 years old. She's just started a brand new YouTube channel called Candy vs. Toys. Please go over and just take a look and see her very first video. It's probably the most cutest thing I've ever seen. Candy vs. Toys, peeps. Go check it out.
Love it, love it. Be sure to subscribe, not only to us, but go check out Candy versus Toys.
Candy vs. Toys.
Candy versus Toys, and give that a little and a subscribe to. And whilst you're at it, follow us on our social media and be sure to send in your questions too. We're here every Monday and Thursday from 8 till 9. And if you've not already done so, just give us a like right now. I mean, it's so easy. It costs you nothing. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. Just hit a button. All right. Just do it. All right. Now, we've enjoyed seeing you all. We've enjoyed having you in the chat. I will definitely get a point on Thursday, or at least I'll try to. And on that note, if you're wanting to see us again, I lost my train of thought there. Too busy thinking about points. If you want to support the show, follow us and support us on our Patreon. That's all from us, and good night. See you later.
Goodbye for now. Bye, Roya. Bye, Kazim.